Hello and welcome to another episode of Ken Training, where today we are going to do is a review of thermoses. I'm a coffee drinker. I make a thermos of coffee in the morning, and I've got some thermoses that are behind me, and I want to show you them and show you which ones that I think are the ones that you want to keep your coffee hot all day long. I'm going to try to give you a great video in a short period of time, and I only ask for you to do one thing for me, and that is to smash that like button down for me right now. And with that, let's go on with the show. Here are the three thermoses that I have, and let me explain exactly to you what is happening here. So what happened was this was my go-to thermos for many years, and what happened was I dropped it once by accident, and when I dropped it, it kind of it just kind of wobbled, and it was just upsetting me. So I took my hammer here, and not too hard, I kind of hit the bottom of it to try to take that wobble out. Turns out that when I did that, I lost the vacuum seal because my coffee was cold when I drank my coffee at noontime, and I don't want cold coffee. So because this had dropped once and got bent, I decided to purchase this model right here, which is called Cooker, and this is the box that it comes in right here. Now, I must admit that I was more concerned about having this a rubber kind of a base here, so that way if it hit anything, it wouldn't get dented. But what I should have been paying attention to was this sticker here that tells you that for hot, it's only good for 12 hours. So then I purchased this, and then at noontime, my coffee was still cold. And I got a chart here that I'm going to show you exactly. I'll show it to you right now. So here is the exact breakdown of me doing some testing on these two thermoses. So the thermos model, which is this model right there, that's the new one that I purchased. Oh, and by the way, if you look at the rating on that, it tells you right there, 24 hours hot, 24 hours cold. So I did my own testing, and doing my own testing with the two models, what happened is the thermos one definitely is the winner. You can see that right there in the chart. And you can see that after I make my coffee, and by the way, when I make my coffee, I am just using this right here, Mr. Coffee, nothing special, just a simple Mr. Coffee to make the coffee. All right. And then this is the information that you get at when I make the coffee and I pour it in there. So I'm making my coffee at 6 a.m. It goes into both containers, the same temperature, 143 degrees. But then by noontime, the cooker, it turns out that one, the coffee just doesn't stay cold. When you drink coffee at about 116 degrees, it feels like it's kind of lukewarm. It's not really pleasing. 130 is okay. 120 still feels a little lukewarm because I have coffee, as you can see, about 3 times per day. First thing in the morning, at noontime after lunch, and then at 4 p.m. So basically, I'm trying to have my coffee as hot as I can get it. So the thermos that you basically want is you want to buy the one that's actually labeled thermos. So here it is right here, and I showed you the pricing on that. This one here was $26.93 out the door at Target. So definitely this is the one that you want. I am going to be returning the Cooker model. I purchased this one here on Amazon, and it was just under $24. But this one here just simply does not keep my coffee hot enough. And these are what's called vacuum sealed containers. So one nice thing about the Cooker model, see how it does have a nice big opening there, which I do kind of like that. But it's more important for me to have hot coffee than the size of the opening. And since this is a product review, just so that you see how this works with the Thermos model. This is the top that it comes with, and it's just a screw on top like this. So if you want to pour it out, you could loosen it up and then pour your coffee that way, but usually I don't. I just remove it, but you could do it that way. And then it also has a screw on top here so that you can screw on the whole thing. The cooker model, just so that you're aware of what that's all about, this is the top here, and it has a plunger mechanism so that you can go like this if you wanted to pour it. So you could screw your top on, leave the top screwed on, and then just pour it out like that, although I didn't really use that. And this has a plastic top. I really like the construction of this cooker model. I wish that it had worked out for me, but I'm simply not going to deal with something where the coffee isn't going to be kept hot. So if you do have one of these are called vacuum sealed units. You just have to be careful with these, because if you break that vacuum seal, you're going to lose it. Don't do what I did and tap the bottom of it because you have a wobbly bottom. You want to make sure that you kind of keep this thing protected and prevent it from falling. I guess what I could do is on my new one, I could purchase some type of a sleeve to go on there. Maybe I will do that so that just in case it drops, it has a little bit of protection. All right, that is going to conclude this video. This was just a really fast video about how I like to keep my coffee hot, and the thermos that I think is the thermos that I'm recommending, the one that I'm going to be keeping, which is the actual model called Thermos. I just got mine at Target, and it was a fairly inexpensive, so it's the one that I'm going to recommend for you. So that's it. If you have not done so already, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, Ken Training, and I will catch you on the flip side.